What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Plug-In. We are eFFn Gaming. I'm Jellyhewbie.
I'm Cinemadrue.
PsychoSid.
Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for watching us, for tuning in. If you're watching this on the Twitch right now, we also have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/eFFn Gaming, where we put just the plug-in up there. We don't put the FNW yet. It's just a plug-in. But it's edited, and it's nice, and it's a little bit more well done, so it's fun to watch. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, we also have a Twitch channel at twitch.tv/eFFn Gaming, where we do this live. We do it's our brand new Thursty Thursdays, where we drink a little bit. Not too much, even though what we had earlier seemed like too much.
Yeah. I don't know what that was. It wasn't even like it was a high volume of alcohol.
No, it was just not good.
I think
6%.
6%. I mean, that's high for the beer that you would
mix
drink.
them together.
Yeah. Does that add the
so Thursday?
The stout was 6.2.
Thursday Thursdays. Well, we have
Can make it 12.
A little bit of fun, a little bit of party time, a little bartending segment, and our show block, which is the FNW Thursday Night and the Weekly Plug-In live and not person, on stream person
In Technicolor.
and live in Technicolor.
Would you quit?
And what you streaming, Jelly?
I am still streaming on my channel, twitch.tv/Jellyhewbie. Twitch.tv. I've been really wanting to get into some Greedfall. I just keep putting it off because, well, I don't know.
eFFn Gaming is not streaming at the moment.
We do this right now
every Thursday
until we come up with ideas for streams moving forward.
Yeah, we'll do some stuff. But right now we got the FNW Thursday Night, which is our wrestling promotion, the only interactive wrestling promotion in the world. And it's completely custom. Not completely custom. The wrestlers we use from WWE 2K20. But the ring is custom, the belts are custom, the pay-per-views are custom, and we don't control any of it yet. Eventually we'll control our characters that we make, but right now we're just letting the computer have it, and it happens as it happens. And it's a lot of fun. We had a good episode. Good FNW Thursday Night this week.
Mm-hmm.
Had some good matches. All right, y'all ready to jump into it? Let me start.
Y'all start.
It kind of goes into what we just did. All right, I'm gonna start. So here we go. Talking about wrestling games, there is some wrestling gaming news that has come out this last week. So releasing February 26th, we have RetroMania Wrestling, which is a throwback to the old arcade wrestling games. The 16-bit, the awesome, the retro music.
Yeah, who's
It includes it includes a Steven Richards training facility.
Like Stevie Richard?
Yeah. Huh. And the wrestlers are, to name a few, are the Road Warriors, Tommy Dreamer, the Blue Meanie, name a few. They're gonna have match types, which are singles, tag team, 6-man tag, 8-man tag, 3-way, 4-way, and retro rumble. The match options are elimination, steel cage, and tornado tag matches. And that's going to be cool. And it's cool because they have the animation. We can actually see them breathing now. Even though they're 16-bit, they kind of move their bodies like the old 16-bit. There's cameos by Metal Jesus. There's cameos by Jay and Silent Bob.
Metal Jesus, like
the
YouTuber?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's going to be released on the Switch, the PS4, Xbox One, and Steam.
Why are they still releasing games for the older systems?
Well, they probably will. They've always done that.
Well, it's
literally
it
was
the fact that nobody has any of the new systems.
Yeah, but
and this last.
I mean, they're eventually going to.
That's what I'm saying. Like they should have already started integrating into the new systems.
Well, not everybody can get one yet.
Well, it wasn't until.
So it's not like they're going to be like, "Hey, 1 out of like 30 of you has a PS5, so we're going to quit making stuff for the PS4."
And literally, they just stopped making PS3 games in like 2018. Yeah. They still make games for that stuff. They carry on these.
Looks like the Dreamcast. They made the last game for the Dreamcast like 2 years ago.
Yeah, like the Sony's. That's one thing that Sony is really good about is carrying on their system for a long time. Their old systems.
Yeah, but they cancel servers like a bunch of.
They do cancel servers, yeah. But yeah, this game seems pretty cool. The graphics, even though they're 16-bit, are pretty cool and updated. The matches look pretty awesome. So if you're a fan of the old WrestleMania, or the old WWE arcade games, the little guys, running around, it looks like a fun game. It's gonna be awesome. AEW, they haven't released what they're releasing yet, but they have said that they are putting out some wrestling.
I bet it's like gaming. I bet it's like Fire Pro Wrestling, which Fire Pro is actually pretty good.
Yeah, well, this is the retro isn't attached to this. They're actually going to do their own IPs for AEW. So hopefully they have. I don't care a lot for the arcade wrestling games as much. I want the more simulated. That's mine. I know some people love. I know that Rumble game that came out for WWE. What was that one that came out? That just came out last year.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it. I know what
you're talking with the kind of big-headed looking characters.
Yeah.
Battlegrounds.
Yeah. That was super popular. That's not something that I think I would care about playing.
Yeah.
But it looks fun. It looks like it'd be fun to play if people like that
kind of stuff.
So I'm sure AEW put out something like that, but I really hope that they try to do like a really serious simulated wrestling experience. So I'd like to see, and I'd love to see them bring THQ back, see what they can do. And there is a little bit of news also for WWE 2K22, which, so for those of you who don't know, we play FNW Thursday Night on WWE 2K20, which when it came out was an absolute train wreck, like unplayable, like people, like it was a joke how bad the graphics were and how bad the collision detection and how bad the bugs and stuff like that were in it. It was like the butt of everybody's joke.
It was bad.
And it was terrible. And it didn't sell like it should have. It was embarrassing. And so they decided, thankfully, 2K wised up and like, we're going to take a year break and really try to figure this thing out. And we're going to release one in 22. So that's what it is. Now, they haven't given away a lot of information about it yet, but Patrick Gilmore, who's a game dev for WWE 2K22, he tweeted that they're working on a live service strategy that will explore the OVR updates, which is their rating system. So one thing this will do is it'll provide an up-to-date ranking system for the wrestlers instead of, say, like seeing Daniel Bryan at a 72 when he's been a champion, when he's held the heavyweight title and the WWE title. Because the problem with that is they make these characters, they make these wrestlers, they make them, and the game don't come out for another year. Well, there can be a lot that happened within that year. And so by the time the game actually releases, that wrestler's already outdated.
Very.
So what the live service is going to do, it's going to help keep them up to date. So, for instance, let's say R-Truth in real life goes on like a really good winning streak, and he starts becoming a contender for the heavyweight belt, for the WWE belt, or the SmackDown title, the Raw title. Then his ranking in game will reflect to what he's doing in real life. So that's kind of a good thing. There's someone who's like brand new to the
company?
WWE. Yeah, who's brand new to the company when the game gets put out. And if they're have like a really good winning streak, they're doing real good in real life. They're not just going to be stuck with like an 84 or something, Well, that's going to be kind of cool.
They're going to have like people who do that like as a job, like a Madden's Madden ratings adjuster.
Yeah, well,
Like,
it's kind of like
one person that's like, oh, he's really good at this now. Let's go ahead and bump him up a few.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna do a series of updates. It's gonna be a live streaming service basically. They do it every couple months. They'll do an update. And another good thing they'll do is like their appearance, because sometimes their appearances can change. For instance, for 20, like Bray Wyatt, they didn't have the Fiend yet because the Fiend wasn't invented by the time they put his character into 2K20. So you had to get him as a upload from or download from the internet from the service. Well, if something like that happens, they can actually put it back into the service, and you can do it there as it's doing it. So, as far as the information about like who's going to be on it or wrestling, that's not like that. But they've released that. It's going to be. They're looking at trying to work on the live service for it. And so I don't know. So sometimes that can be bad. For instance, what the Avengers tried to do, and and it doesn't work. But I know Madden does it now, which I know FIFA does it now, and so I don't know. Maybe this might be for something like this. It might be pretty cool. Yeah. There's some wrestling games coming out. It's pretty interesting. I'm really kind of interested in looking at the RetroMania. That looks pretty cool. And I really, I'm gonna try to keep ahead of what AEW is gonna be putting out. Hopefully, they'll release at least a title. But they said that they're looking at. They said that there's gonna be a few come out, so it's not just gonna be one and done. So who knows? It's gonna be cool. What you got? What y'all got? Got anything?
Go ahead.
All right. Weekly Cyberpunk update, because that seems to be the only thing I can ever find anything on. So, Cyberpunk, as everybody knows, a piece of crap, unless you have it on PC.
Yeah.
Unplayable. We can go off of that. Apparently, there's a large petition going on for the developers to add back all of the content in the game.
Even though that's what they wanted.
Yeah, take this out, and then like, hey, wait a minute, put this back.
So they're not only, it says here that Cyberpunk 2077 players are not only fed up with the game's controversial technical performance.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
But that's not the only issue they have. The fact that they advertised different things and then it wasn't in the game apparently added to the large mountain of problems that this game has caused. Apparently numerous animations, animations for sitting, eating, and drinking at numerous food stalls and bars throughout the city. More Joy Toys, the ability to put weapon collections on display, and brain dances that aren't exclusive to the central campaign. More apartments and a functioning train or monorail system are mentioned.
Really?
Yes. So people are not only upset that the game is a giant piece of crap and they can't play it, but now they're mad that the ones who can play it are missing a bunch of animations and parts of the game that were advertised. Well, one of the big things in one of the first trailers, if you remember, was wall running.
Yeah.
Not included in the game at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's not in the game, and people are mad. They're like, okay, so first of all,
I don't remember that at all.
we can't even play your game.
Yeah.
Like, we can't play the game at all. Secondly, what happened to all this crap that was advertised, or why can't we do all of this stuff that was advertised or that is supposed to be in the game that we were told was in the game?
No, one thing they're talking about how like this was supposed to be the most lifelike, emergent city that you've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be literally like walking through a normal city as you would as a person.
Yeah, I remember that.
And no. I remember, in fact, I just saw a video of somebody throwing like a Molotov in a car, and literally there's like a traffic jam. Literally everybody got out of the car and just laid on the ground. Everybody.
And it's like I want to play this game. I wanted to play this game.
Yeah. This is supposed to be like one of those like game that lasts for like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Level.
You were the chosen one.
like the Witcher 3 level.
But the more I hear about this game, the less I want to play it. Because I'm like, I want it to be a good game. I want them to fix it. And I'm playing 37 other games at the same time, but I really did. I was like, I want to play this game. I'm waiting for it to come out. Cool, it came out. Oh, everybody hates it. Like, I mean, it seems like that's all I do anytime we bring anything up. Like, hey, let's go crap on CD Projekt Red. But I'm like, it's
not too much news coming out about it.
Yeah, that's one of it was supposed to be one of the biggest games of the year.
It's also like the only thing that came out that was supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, besides Valhalla.
Yeah.
And Valhalla, so far, I'm like 10 minutes into it, and I'm like,
is it amazing?
It's amazing. I got smashing people's heads with a hammer and cutting limbs off and stuff. But anyway, the fact that like I was stoked for this game, and then it came out, and I was like, man, I'm gonna play it. I'll get it eventually. And then it was like, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just such a big deal to me because they're like, this was supposed to be one of the games, and it turns out
this is one of those
giant turd.
One of those companies too that was kind of on top.
Yeah.
Like you had like on the top was like Rockstar, like Rocksteady even, Bethesda, CD Projekt Red was one of those companies that you can be safe in buying because you know you're going to get your content's worth. Well, Bethesda just 76, Bethesda's no longer there.
Yeah.
And it looks like unless they can really just like pull something out of their ass, looks like probably CG Projekt Red is no longer going to be it there either. And Insomniacs, Insomniacs.
I think right now a lot of people are getting kind of fed up with Rockstar too.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, a new console come out. Let's release GTA 5 again.
Yeah.
Like, no, we want GTA 5 again.
Like the new Skyrim.
I've already finished that game 3 times. Like, GTA 5.
Yeah.
And expanded and enhanced. But can we have GTA? No, 5 again.
Knitting, 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 knitting.
Awesome new mission. No. Online.
5.
Yeah.
Online. GTA Online. Rocket cars.
Yeah.
And motorcycles. Give a laser cannon. Blow each other up.
Have the DeLorean now in the Batmobile. And that's ungodly expensive.
Yeah.
You literally have to farm for
shark cards.
Orders. Yeah.
Shark cards. Buy these cards and you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Pay us hundreds of dollars and you can have. Bless you. You get. Pay us hundreds of dollars and you can have whatever card you want. Like,
that doesn't matter. Like, is it worth it buying like cards or buying spending real money to buy fake money to buy is never a good idea.
And then every time you get blown up by some 10-year-old in a rocket motorcycle, and then you think about it for a minute, you're like, should I get shark card? You're doing those shark cards, just like shoots this little bastard. No, I'm not doing it.
Right.
But so CD Projekt Red still running into problems. They're like, hey,
man, that's like they're like on the mountain. I feel bad for them, but at the same time, it was their own. It's kind of
they're running into issues.
According to this, they've lost 79% of its player base on Steam since launch.
What happens when you poop your pants?
Yeah,
well, that's what happens when you listen to people.
Yeah. They're so busy
they're making something that you want to make. Don't please everybody.
Trying to please
make what you want to make
instead of just putting out a good solid game.
And if people like it, they'll like it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, that's on them.
Like if you put out good content, people are going to buy it, no matter how many people are offended by it.
Right.
The GTA is a perfect example of that. How many people bought freaking GTA 5 and how offensive that game is?
It's awful. Not awful.
Like make a game that's great.
Yeah.
That's fun to play. That's got at least decent graphics. It doesn't have to be super graphic. Like if you make good content, you can get away with a lot. Like how much like Bethesda used to get away with. They're like Skyrim and.
Do you remember playing Skyrim right off the bat?
Yeah.
And how awful it was.
Yeah.
Well, I had to wait,
but it was playable.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
even with the bugs, and the bugs kind of added a bit of charm to it. Sometimes.
No, it did.
No,
it did.
Not when I'm running around trying to find a freaking heffalump that I'm trying to kill, and out of nowhere, a damn giant spawns in, hits me once, and I go flying from freaking the mountaintop,
Because you have the dragons up
the farthest south area, and I fly over a
into the
dragon.
ground, like spawn into the ground, and they're just like,
they're flying around, not flapping. They're just,
Did I show you? There was somebody was playing like recently, and there was a spot that they were in. There was like mammoths, like 4 mammoths, 3 giants, 2 dragons.
yeah.
It was such an epic looking battle.
Yeah, I remember that. Like that was one thing that was awesome too. The first time I fought a giant, I wouldn't even find the giant. I was watching the giant fight a mammoth, and as I walked up behind the giant, and I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna watch this. I don't know how close I get to him." I was like, it's fine because if he sees me, he's got to turn around to hit me, and you know I can run. I'm faster than him, and he goes,
yeah.
"Oh, okay, never mind. They can do that now."
But no, yeah, just the fact that like it was buggy, but you could still play.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good game, even with the bugginess.
Still
If
made
you
me
put out
mad.
garbage, then people are going to nitpick every single thing.
And
that
especially
you do.
because like, I mean, I don't remember because I think was Skyrim mega hyped.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that game was huge when it came out.
Well, that's because Oblivion was
the
legit.
game was so good, and then it's like, dude, it's like living but with dragons. Are you kidding?
see, I remember like people like back in the like, oh, you need to play Skyrim, and I didn't play it.
So all my friends were like, "You need to play Oblivion." I'm like, I don't even know what that is. It sounds dumb. And then I finally played it, and I was like,
Hey, down in front!
Yeah, I wasn't
Amazing.
gonna play. I got Oblivion when I got introduced to it.
Yeah, see, because
And I was like-
I'm pretty sure you're the one that introduced me to
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's a little sketchy sometimes, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, my first time playing it, that first dragon battle you get to, like a little bit into the game,
Yeah.
the dragon spawned in the ground. Like he just like right in front of me, like his neck just sticking out of the ground. And I was like, what do I do? And then like he would like float.
I like how they float.
But it was just his head. It was like his neck, his head, and the top of his wings, and he was like just sticking out of the ground. And I was like, and he would like, "Hurrah!" and like fire would shoot out of like his neck. Like, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. I remember when like Oblivion came out, like I was like, "This is the nerdiest crap ever. I'm gonna play this stuff.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, a little bit too nerdy for me." And then I was reading like reviews, and it was like 9.9, 9.85, 10 out of 10 or 5-star. And I was like, "All right, I'll try it." I was like, "Wow, this game is awesome."
Yeah.
And then 5 came out, and there's like and Skyrim came out, and I was like, "Dude, dragons? They just fight dragons? Hell yeah!" And the game was awesome. And then 76 came out, and now what's sucks is now anything that came out was now anything that comes out is going to be like super nitpick.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to get it with.
Obviously, yeah. Like, I mean, do you think if Skyrim came out today, do you think it would be slaughtered like Cyberpunk has been?
If it came out after 76, yes. If 76 had come out earlier in the mess that it was in,
Yeah.
and then Skyrim came out, probably. And see, now what sucks is now anything CG Projekt Red puts out is going to be the exact same.
It's gonna be
Now it's
painted.
going to be.
If it's not perfect,
wanna
if
pick
it's not
through it,
100% perfect, like, oh, this guy's face glitched for 2
Yeah.
seconds. Like,
Yeah.
But like I said, I think the hype had something to do with that. Them like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
We're gonna delay it.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is coming. Like, nah, we're getting delayed. Okay, for real this time. Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Last time we promised. Okay, one more week. Just give us one more week.
It's like, oh, the game's awesome. It's perfect.
Yeah,
All we're doing is just cleaning up.
Yeah, just
Cleaning
just
it,
a
just
little bit, just
fine-tuning
sweeping
it,
the yeah,
making it
exactly. And then it
perfect.
come out, it's like were you playing this? Like,
Yeah.
What edition did y'all have?
Right.
Like, give me that.
Right?
And then you find out that they were like withholding like the console editions, like only letting PC reviews show up and
Yeah.
stuff. And it was like, did y'all know? Y'all knew some stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, and they're like, why is everybody cracking on it?
Yeah. What are y'all all that about?
Yeah, what's so upsetting?
Oh.
Like I said, it's gotten to the point now where like Xbox and PlayStation, they're like, don't buy this game. It's like, no, we're taking it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's like, you want to play this game? No,
Yeah.
no. You want your money back?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your money back. Don't play this game.
That's right, too, because I know Sony is like super stingy sometimes about
Well, and even then, Xbox was worse about it. Like Sony was like, oh, okay, we'll refund you, and now it's like Microsoft that was like, but then now they're like, okay, we played the game. It's a piece of crap. We're giving you your money back.
Right.
So, like, I want to play it.
Yeah.
And everybody, I've heard people say like on the newer systems, it's great, but I don't have it for my Xbox.
Hey, down in front!
Yet.
Yeah.
But
Excuse me.
I'll get it eventually, and hopefully when I play it, it won't be a giant load of crap.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk a little bit about something. Last week we dumped on Wonder Woman. Pretty hardcore. I'll admit I hadn't seen it, but I've seen enough of it, which usually I don't do. There's very seldom that I'll find, that I'll usually at least give it a shot. But some cases that you just know that it is awful without even watching it, like Ghostbusters 16, and Wonder Woman 84.
I'm just curious.
And it turns out that it is the lowest rated DC movie of all time.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
How is it the lowest rated DC movie? It surpassed $118 million in the box office. How is it doing good? That's high.
It's rated lower than Green Lantern. It's rated lower than Batman vs. Superman.
I don't care what anybody says. I liked Green Lantern. Yes. The one with Ryan Reynolds. Liked it. I don't care.
you would.
It is low. It is the bottom of the barrel now. Like, you almost have to try for that. Like, even if you you have to work to get to that point. That's sad.
Yeah. Like, hey, let's make a really awful movie.
Yeah, let's make the worst. Like, even if you try to make it like a really bad movie,
yeah,
it would probably still be fun to watch.
Tommy Wiseau,
Tommy Wiseau, like, you can try to make the worst movie of all time.
They said lower than the Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah, lower than the Harley Quinn, which I hadn't watched that one either.
Yeah, I heard that one is garbage as well.
And so, yeah, apparently, I still want to watch it. I tried to watch it. I really did. I had it on there.
Turn it on?
And I even started it, and then I'm like, 2.5 hours.
Then you realize
the
first
sucks.
15 minutes of this movie have nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, I turned it off. I couldn't.
It's just like, nope. I can't do it.
Yeah.
No,
I've seen it.
Even as like somebody that's a critic, I can be a pretty lenient critic. Like, I can acknowledge that a movie is not good, but I can still acknowledge that it is entertaining at least.
You're like
it's a movie.
You're a cult movie guy, Drew.
Yeah.
So you can find the charm in these movies that
no one else
are
can.
not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you find
things in movies that I've never seen before.
Like, oh no, it's got this and this. And found this part pretty funny, and then if you look at this, it's like a throwback, and you're like, Drew, what the? Like, where did you? But like, for you to say a movie is awful enough that you can't even watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen Drew. I've watched some awful movies with you. I've known you a long time. I've watched some.
You have not watched the awfulest movie with them.
I have watched some awful.
I don't want to hear a damn thing.
You watched the movie about the serial killing tire?
Oh, bro.
I remember.
What was the name of that movie?
I wanted to punch Drew in the face. Like, Drew, like, what's in that freaking? He's like, we need to watch this movie. You need to watch this movie right now. We need to watch this movie, like, immediately. And Drew, we go and hang out in Drew's room where we used to watch all kinds of stuff. And he makes me watch this friggin' movie about a serial killing tire.
Tyler's got a shotgun.
I remember the ending of that movie. I looked over at Drew and I said, Drew, fuck you. I'm not watching another movie you tell me.
It's a killer 245 75 15.
Yeah, it's got.
We finish.
And then they
We're gonna go. Yeah.
God. This makes me want to punch you in the face.
There we go. Oh, this time. He didn't even turn to look at him.
Although he remembered Stand and Deliver, he also thinks Daniel is the Karate Kid.
Daniel is a Karate Kid.
Daniel's not the Karate Kid. I like how they put that in there, like that name's supposed to mean something. That's enough. That's enough.
It's wonderful.
He didn't make you watch that.
I'd watch Short Bus.
I don't care.
That's
You didn't have to watch Short Bus. I even say,
forced into
even
it.
as I was putting that movie in, I was like, we can watch something else. I've got other movies here. Like, no, we won't.
Yeah, he didn't make you
movie.
watch it. He didn't like give you a beer. Like
He didn't explain what it was either.
all day long.
he didn't explain it to me either. And then he just
It was not a full explanation.
No.
I'm
No.
talking like
Anyway.
orgies,
Anyway.
lots of the
But yeah, like I genuinely like
I'm a man that's entertained by one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Made me want to poke my own eyes out. For you to say you couldn't watch the new
Yeah.
Wonder Woman movie, that's saying something.
There's very seldom like movies that I just can't finish, and usually there's
Start
something
for that.
Yeah, or even
Mortal Engines. He didn't like Mortal Engines.
I hate Mortal Engines. That movie is awful. It was awful. Don't listen to him. That movie, like I watched that in the theaters even, and I loved going to the theater.
Just was not that good, but I
It
do
is
it
awful.
all the time because
It is awful.
he gets angry about it.
Movies jammed into one.
It really is 4
It
movies.
is
crammed in one.
terrible.
It's not that
At
bad.
the end, at the end of it, some of the heroes are dying. I'm like, it's the only time I've ever been in a theater that I'm like, is this overreact? I just want to go home. What's crap?
That's
Yeah,
the only movie you've ever seen.
yeah, and then I'm sitting there looking at my watch.
Did you not see X-Men Origins Wolverine in theaters?
I liked that
Yes, I
movie.
did, and that was a terrible movie.
I
But it's
wanted to get up
almost
and leave.
entertaining
No,
how bad that movie
no,
is.
I hate that movie.
I like a lot of bad movies though.
That movie is awful.
That movie is awful.
It was fun.
As a X-Men fan, that
Yeah,
movie made me want
somebody growing up watching that.
they crapped all over me.
I didn't even like even the ones after that.
They fixed it though.
I enjoy First Class. I enjoy all those. Even Apocalypse is not a good movie, but I still enjoy it. But Wolverine, no.
Johnny Lawrence is the hero.
No,
He gets defeated with an illegal leg kick or an illegal kick,
Thing from the waist up is legal kick.
and learns his lesson. Becomes a true hero in that movie by passing his trophy to Daniel.
No. He got beat. He just flat out got kicked in the face.
It's like a weekly occurrence. Me talking crap like Cyberpunk and Drew freaking out about calling Danielson the villain.
Danielson is the hero of that movie. Johnny Lawrence and his team of bullies,
They're
his
boys.
thugs,
The heroes.
They're his friends.
hey, let's injure him as much as possible so that he can't compete against you. That's bully. That's cheating.
Not cheating if it
It's cheating.
works.
Well, no. Anyways, wait, you got anything else? Because we're leading into that. My
Yeah.
next.
Leading into yours, or you want to just top off with yours?
Yeah, you were in the middle of Wonder Woman.
Well, I was just doing that until Jake found something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do have something. It's not like anybody here is going to get one. So the black PS5 is going on sale tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Not like you're going to be able to get one, or anybody that I know. But
Still want the white one.
they look pretty cool.
I
Look at
like the
this.
black one better.
You do?
Not that one.
I just like the white.
I like this. Look at this.
It looks more sleek to me in black.
Yeah. But like every system I've had of theirs, except for the PS1, hasn't been black. I'm kind of ready to change it up a little bit.
I just like it. It looks more.
I like
It
it.
looks
I
more
do like the black.
PlayStation-y to me.
Yeah.
Oh, why is this so small? That's what she said.
But I like how like the white just makes those ribs on the inside. I like how the white rib makes the side come out.
Damn it!
I don't know. It looks Batman-y there.
Yeah, it
though.
does. It does
I kind of look.
Batman.
I like that.
Looks like Sauron. So you need a big flaming eyeball at the top.
I dig it. It looks good.
Yeah.
Do they still have Crash Bandicoot? Yes. Crash Bandicoot. They came out with a new Crash Bandicoot. What, last year?
Yeah.
It does look PlayStation-y though that way.
Yeah.
I do like that. I don't know if
If that was just turned on and all glowed up, it'd be it's pretty cool looking.
I like the controller better. I don't like. I don't know.
I work a dirty job, so when I go home, I don't want to have to like super scrub my hands before I play.
I
So don't like
super
the white controllers.
wash my hands before I play anyway. But usually I'm sitting here playing anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Play with yourself.
Don't tell anybody my secrets.
Get your smegma all over you.
Smegma? Why didn't you see?
Controller.
But yeah, so
That's what's all over your armrest.
don't tell nobody. Anyway, they're still same prices as before, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get scalped just like last time. So
Oh yeah.
So don't even try.
don't even attempt it. Oscar, feel free to buy me one if you get one. Just saying.
You can donate one to the show.
Yeah, you can
Donate one to the.
donate it to the
Do
eFFn
it,
Gaming
Seth.
channel.
We accept donate. We accept donations for PS5s, gaming computers, and Legos.
Mostly
Mostly Legos.
Mostly Legos.
Those fuckers are expensive.
No,
Like your Legos.
it's so dumb. Like just these two little mins.
$20.
This was $20 for just for these two guys. It's kind of hard to see in my
And
screen.
those are like
Pretty much.
relatively cheap.
Cherries.
Yeah. And those are like cheap ones. We only have one more version of Star Wars in that one. Everything else is Christmas and
They had a big one. They had a big Chuba,
no, really.
and it was $60.
Not everyone knows what a Shuba is. Can you please elaborate?
Yoda, baby Yoda,
Yoda.
whatever. I haven't got to that part, so I'm still calling him Chuba. I'm gonna always call him Chuba. So
I still call
That's
it
funny.
Yoda.
thanks to my
Thank you.
niece. So
Yeah, dude, I really like
Jake,
that.
we just found one like a Mario one that's $60.
Yeah, I found it through fucking
is it
GameSpot.
humongous, or is it like that?
No, it's just like a build your own course
There's a
kind of
lot
thing.
of them. There's a lot of pieces to
It's like
it.
330 something pieces.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, we do Lego builds too. So I say we do them. We've done one
Done one.
because Sid got us that for Christmas.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do more as we're able to purchase more.
Am I reading that right? Does that say what it means? Okay, I found another one.
Okay.
Oscar says it would be the only way I would get used to. Be the only way it would get used. I have a PS4. It's been turned on since I binged Beverly Hillbillies.
I like that movie. That movie was nice. It was hilarious.
Talking about the California Happy?
They got Ernest in it. Jim Varney.
Oh, Jim Varney.
Oh, that's him. I miss him.
The original Cena.
Yeah.
I see that.
Us, yeah.
Do it.
All right,
Should I go again or
You want
you got
that?
anything else, Sid?
I have another thing.
Okay.
is yours like
Oh man, that's not real big.
the original series, not the one with Jim Varney?
Oh, the original series, yeah, the black and white one. Was it black and white? I think black.
It
I
started
think it was mostly
Yeah,
black and white.
Black and white, and then
like
TV,
like Lucy.
Yeah, I love that show too. I go, that's my nigga at night,
Everybody loves Lucy.
right?
I
think it
didn't
was-
like Lucy.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay,
I love
every
Lucy.
normal cool
I liked
Yeah.
I liked
this guy.
Ethel more,
Oh,
Shut up.
But
mainly because
that
I
was-
could not stand Lucy's wine.
That's what. That's,
No, it was not.
yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched her other show, like the Lucy show?
Yeah.
Like it's weird
Yeah. Not the same.
because you're not used to. You see, like, because she's more of a character
Yeah.
in that, and she's gonna act differently. Like,
And he's not part of it. It's not.
Yeah, no,
it's, not, it's just
Lucy,
him.
yeah.
It's just her.
and then she had like her different adventures or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's weird.
Like that was my Nick at Night. Like I Love Lucy, Dick
Yeah.
Van Dyke show.
That's because that stuff come on like
Well, like Cody's like his Nick at Night was George Lopez. and all that. Mine was I Love Lucy and Dick Van
Three's
Dyke.
Company.
Yeah. Stuff like that. So I grew up watching I Love Lucy.
Me neither. What, you didn't like I Love Lucy?
What was
Oh, excuse me.
Jesus. What was the detective show?
Dick Van Dyke?
No.
Columbo?
Columbo.
No, the other one.
I love Columbo.
Where the oh Jesus, man, what was his name? Was he a detective or a cop?
Is it black and white?
Yes.
Par 54, where are you?
It had super iconic.
He was a lawyer.
Super iconic theme song.
You know that. Yeah. What is that show?
Yeah.
Perry Mason?
Yeah. Information. I forgot about that show.
Yeah. I used to always like go lay on the couch with my dad, and I would fall asleep during Perry Mason all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then in the morning, Happy Days.
Yeah, Happy Days.
I was always on in the
I
morning.
liked watching Happy Days. Happy Days and Charles in Charge.
Oh, yeah. Oscar's the one that said Perry Mason.
No,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
job, Oscar.
Ooh.
What was that?
That one snuck up on me.
It's a stomach bump now?
No, nothing ever comes out. It's just noise.
No.
And I don't know where these are coming from. They just hit me like a fucking rock.
You have your other thing? Are you gonna do that one?
I'm going to do this one because it's funny. Kind of.
I mean, why not though?
I guess they're mad about it. So Dead or Alive Studio pressing charges over video nude mod sold on DVD.
Want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything. Daddy, you better get the best for me.
So it's like Girls Gone Wild. Text-
Somebody modded the game and put it out on DVD with full nudity.
Yeah,
Basically.
and sold it. Yeah,
So basically, they found an unnamed suspect selling unlicensed DVD with new Dead or Alive characters modded into it or onto it.
I mean, in Dead or Alive, they're basically naked
they're
anyway.
almost naked.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a volleyball game?
Yeah.
It was a good game.
It wasn't a good game. You didn't play it at all. You just made them jump around and
And
take
jiggly
pictures of their
boobs.
jiggly
Jiggle
anime
boobs.
boobs. Yeah,
Don't judge me.
It's like
I'd say we didn't do it,
it's
but
like they're like our games are tasteful, but that full nudity is trash.
yeah. How dare you
They said-
modify our almost naked women into naked women?
Tecmo said it is an act that infringes on the rights of the company and is illegal. We will take decisive measures against such acts.
See, stuff like that. If I was the company, I would probably come out publicly against it, and then I'd be like, "Hey, do you want to work for us?
Yeah.
Put those movies out."
In 2014, so they had another suit in 2014. You unlock content from an older game and a new title, and in 2002, won a court case over a modded Dead or Alive 2 skin that rendered Kasumi naked. An action the similarly studio. Oh, I don't even know. Somebody can't type. Anyway, it says it's infringement on copyright.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I can see that, but ever since there's been female video games, there's been
Nude mods.
about it.
Like
I mean,
there's always like a
female
rumor
anything.
of like in Tomb Raider, like if you do this one thing, you
Yeah.
can see Lara Croft naked.
It never
used to
was,
be
like, 20
sites.
boobs.
Yeah, there used to be sites where you could go and see her naked.
Yeah.
It's literally just somebody just made the pointy boobs up.
Yeah.
Sure.
I wanted to see them pointy boobs.
That was top class.
That was top class spank bangs back in the day. Like man,
That was graphic cinema at the time.
So bad.
Oh my God, she's got boobs.
oh, she's so hot. Let's see that hair, like
That is
Look at those
ridiculous.
pointy boobs.
like watching the static porn channel. And was that a titty? We're like, what is that? Oh, childhood.
what was it, like channel like 82 or something? It was super
79.
79.
79, yeah.
And then
And you get like in that little roller coaster, like,
so I found out one time, sorry if anybody who I know watches this. When I found out we lived at a house, when somebody was on the phone, it would come through clear as day. So my mom would pick up the phone, I would beeline to that bedroom. Beeline, and you're like, Playboy Channel 79. Oh yeah. But I'm like 10, 11 years old. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like,
look,
and I'm just watching
look,
like
they're making out.
like they're kissing like
There's
what
a boob.
like what
Is that how they
what are they doing? They're hugging.
They're not kissing on the mouth.
And then I always knew when my mom was off the phone because it would go straight back to static.
Oh, yeah.
Turn off the TV. Change the forget to change the channel
Yeah.
before. And dad comes in there and turns up. What are you watching in
It
here?
has that weird delay that it never has any other time we're watching it.
Yeah.
Except for Rooney trying to take it off the porn channel. Like, what is the morning?
Like I said, my dad would walk in there and like, why is the TV on this channel? Like, oh, I don't know. I was changing it, and that's just where I turned it off. Like, no, it's not. You were trying to watch it, weren't you? Like, what can you see? And then it would like come through. Like, I gotta go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta go.
I'll leave myself out.
Oh man.
Oh, childhood of dreams right there.
Right. Kids today don't even know.
Just look it up on the internet now.
I know, right?
Sometimes I want to find one with like static and see if it's like.
You're like, oh,
They bring back
Bring back some. Like,
I found a nipple.
find one that's got the old dial-up
It don't work. Back in the day.
We did.
the section would come in at a time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I got you. Oh, that food.
Then it cuts
Oh,
out.
there's a penis.
Now you just come over here. You click the incognito mode. You don't even have to worry about clearing your history.
Yeah.
The only thing you got to worry about is your internet provider calling your parents, being like,
I've been
Yeah.
watching an awful lot.
y'all look at some weird stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This is
crazy.
It took a turn.
That was a PG-13 rated
Look at what you did, Jake.
Thought it was funny.
What else we got? What else we got?
I got a quickie.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want none of that.
Transformers coming out with a Beast Wars trilogy
Really?
set entirely in space with no humans working
Who?
on it.
Who's
Wait,
directing?
I don't know. They haven't said yet. They're just working on it right now.
Uncle Bay.
Michael Bay.
He didn't direct the last like two.
No, he didn't. He was executive producer
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, still explosiony.
I just didn't think it was Ninja
Great
Turtles. He did
movies.
great
I don't care
Ninja
what any of you
Turtles,
say.
but
I
it was,
like the except for the last like three. I didn't. So let's see. One short and certainly the short aside from turning Bumblebee. Blah 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 blah. Michael Bay's adaptations. Last we heard, the movie based on cult favorite Beast Wars story arc is in line to get live action treatment, alongside several other Transformer projects that are brewing in development. With Deadline reporting that James Vanderbilt is on it to help bring it to life. The trail of news largely reached a dead end since then, though, thanks to some new details provided by one noted insider. Fans now know a little bit more. The Beast Wars project will be spread across the trilogy, take place in space. A vague description, no doubt. One can only assume the implication that the Maximals and Predacons' own war will encompass various planets throughout the universe. So yeah, it's just
Speak up.
for right now, it's a rumor, but it'll be a trilogy and it'll be no humans. So that'll be kind of cool.
interesting.
I got one more before you go.
Okay.
Before you go, where are we going?
Mine's not a big one. Mine's
How-
not a big. It's just
How much did you play Tenshu?
I love Tenchu.
How much did you play it? Michael,
Quite a bit, and I beat it, and then I only beat it once because the rest of the time I literally just stayed in that first little village area because you can run around, you can go like the woods and fight the ninjas,
Yeah.
and then go grapple and jump around in the village. I beat it, but I only beat it once.
I think the lady that directed World War 81 or Woman 84, World War 84. That's what the monster was, Charlize Mrs. Theron, if you're nasty.
Yes, she did, and she's also doing the news.
Wasn't that a good movie, though?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
She just tanked it on
She's a
the.
good director. She's a really good director. Apparently, I don't know if she wrote Monster, and or also maybe it's just that series. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
It could have been studio involvement. That's always a big thing between directors and studios. The studio could have gotten involved and ruined it. I think that's what they did with Zack Snyder movies.
She was a
DC
writer
movies.
for Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know she wrote Wonder Woman 84. And that's the thing. That she directed the first Wonder Woman, which is great, but she didn't write it. Zack Snyder. So I still didn't look up the name. Can't think of the other person who wrote it.
Let me use my gurgles.
And then but she didn't write it. She just directed them, and it was good. And then this one she wrote and directed, and it was not good. So I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know if it's just it was a fluke. I can see the studio maybe kind of messing up a lot. Like no,
Patty Jenkins?
Final cut. Yeah, Patty Jenkins.
I'm good.
Because I know that's what they do with Zack Snyder. That's why this year we're getting a new Justice League movie with the Zack Snyder cut, because he's putting out what he wanted to put out instead of what the studio wanted him to put out when
Bill Mal's open?
when it was originally released in theaters.
They still showing theaters?
Yeah.
That's something new. That's cool.
So I don't know. I don't know if she wrote. I know she directed Monster. I don't know if she wrote Monster either. So it depends. I don't know. One of those things like Monster didn't really have any expectations, so you can get
Fair
away with
enough.
a lot more. Whereas Wonder Woman 84 had massive expectations, especially since the original Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman, the first one was one of
2017.
the more successful DC movies that got put out there. So who knows?
I'm with y'all on DC though. Not happy with their movies. I'm hoping the best with the Gundam style guy and the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wanna see the new.
yeah.
Gundam style guy? What do you mean? You mean like open Gundam style? That guy? That's a totally different dude. Well, don't you laugh at me.
Can you do the dance?
I can. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Hey, sexy lady.
You need to learn the skibbity.
Anyway, that's what I was saying before Oscar rudely interrupted with his Wonder Woman 84. So the president of Acquire said that the company's not planning to make a new game right now, but Pirates of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy. The guy who directed them.
Well, he doesn't have
Gunn,
a career
James
anymore.
Gunn.
James Gunn.
Yeah, he did the. Well, he's doing the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Did he? I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
I thought I heard he got fired.
No,
Not
he
fired.
got rehired because people like freaked out about it, and they're like, "No."
Well, originally he got fired, but then I heard he got fired again recently.
Oh, see, I didn't read
Like, I haven't looked into it, but I was
Yeah,
like,
'cause
passed
he
it like, yeah,
he
he's
did
no
a
longer with them.
Gangnam Style. Guardians of the Gangnam Style.
Yeah. I know. I hope he is, because he's a good director.
Yeah.
And I know he got in trouble with the jokes he told a long time ago. But apparently, I think he said something else. I didn't look into it, but I think he said something else. Got in trouble with SJW again, and he got fired again. I hope I'm wrong about that, because I would like to see him come back for the new Guardians. I was thinking about Covenant, but I didn't know if I might get pretty political.
Yeah, he's still doing it.
Is he? Okay. I'll look at what I saw, and maybe I'll talk about it next week.
I don't know. But so the president of Acquire, the company that made Tenshu,
Yeah.
Gangnam Style.
said that the game is not not in planning like in the immediate future or anything like
Guardians
that.
of the Gundam.
So he said, but if the opportunity did arise, he would definitely make one.
I think he should, because people, I mean, when it came out, it was a highly respected. It was a good game. Great game.
I can't say it. Gematsu reports that Japanese magazine Famitsu features an interview with Endo, who I think is also with them.
Yeah, I think Indo is about the good one.
Anyway, said that they have registered the Stealth Assassin trademark in 2018,
Okay.
but it expired.
Oh.
So that means that they can use it and make it on PS5, which would be freaking awesome.
That would be cool. That was a fun game.
Yeah,
It was
unless you don't have a
one of
PS5.
like the really early open world game. Well, not fully
Shadow
open
Assassins
world,
for the
but
Wii.
It was like one of the levels that you were in were pretty open world.
For its time, it was definitely like very innovative.
Yeah.
I just thought I saw that and I thought I'd check. You're up, Buttercup.
Okay, so as I said earlier, I tried to watch Wonder Woman. And then, like, I was like, no, I just can't. I'm going to watch a couple episodes of Cobra Kai before I go to bed, season 3. And I ended up watching the entire season. And it was season 2. I went to bed at like 7:30 in the morning. I literally watched the entire season. And if you grew up watching Karate Kid, this show is fantastic. And it definitely ties into your nostalgia. And even if you didn't, it's still a great story. So I'll talk a little bit about Cobra Kai. And, well, season 3, but I'm not going to give anything away for people who hadn't seen it.
You're good. I'll watch it later.
So it continues to, like, season 3 was awesome. And it continues to impress me. Like, just how good the story is. Like, so pretty much, like, you can't, it's hard not to continue watching. This is like season 2, because they end on the thing, you're like, dude, I gotta see what happens next. And so you watch it, and then now I gotta see what happens in the next episode. Because it ends, like, the shows are pretty good about ending on cliffhangers that makes you want to watch the next episode.
Like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah, but good. Or
Well, no, like the first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
like it would like lead up, and then something happened, be like,
No, he was not the bad guy.
very end, and then it'd be like the end.
Daniel was a bad guy. Daniel was a real Karate Kid.
Sometimes in Cobra Kai, he kind of is a bad guy,
In
but
Cobra Kai, he is the a-hole.
no, he's not. Well, sometimes
He's the rich guy putting down
Sometimes
the,
he is.
the little guy
He isn't.
just
And that's
because
what's so great.
they had an argument when they were children.
But anyways, Cobra Kai is like a perfect example of how you take like a loved franchise and still like somehow after 30 years make new and excellent content for it. Like they're introducing new characters and you really care about it. It takes something that's been cemented in our childhood, something that a franchise that is still like loved by people who watch the originals, who grew up watching like me. And
Oscar, evidently.
it shows respect. It shows respect to not only to the original movies, the trilogy, but also still like holds on to the roots of the first season. So it doesn't like just go off into some kind of crazy tangent that it doesn't mean.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
We're filming.
And you can it's definitely not like a perfect show. You can nitpick it. Like some of the acting is not the best, but it's the original characters that you had, the original actors that you had when they were kids. A lot of them hadn't done a lot. The martial arts isn't amazing.
That's kind of like what I like about it, though.
Yeah, that's
even the new stuff is still like mostly kid actors.
Yeah.
Well, they always have the one movie in the bunch that didn't need to happen. Kind of like 3? Like 3 didn't need to happen?
No, 3 was awesome. You talking about the one with Hilary Swank? I still like.
That's $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, 4. That's the one with Hilary Swank. Yeah, which I did watch that one, and like, so I've watched 1, 2, and 3 like several times, and then I've watched the 4th one a few times because it still had Mr. Miyagi in it. And all
I don't remember 4.
Yeah, Danielson went in, he moved or something like that, and Hilary Swank for some reason. I forgot how she was related. Somebody who knew him, and he ends up teaching her karate like he did with Danielson. And it wasn't nearly as good as the 3, but it was still pretty good.
You do it. I don't trust you. You're gonna stick it in my tongue.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull your tongue out of your face and stick it to it.
It was bad.
It's still better. It was still better. Yeah, it was bad, but it still was. I
No,
think it was
see,
better than
shut
the
up.
Jaden Smith one with the Karate Kid.
Look,
Which that one wasn't awful either, but it was fantastic.
hey, Usman. Not with your help, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you can nitpick it. The acting isn't fantastic, but it isn't breaking either. It's not you're watching like this is awful. The martial arts it's not something that's not super groundbreaking, but it's grounded into what it is. It's not trying to be groundbreaking. It's decent and it's fun and it's interesting to watch. And there's some parts of it that are pretty cheesy, but the original movies were kind of cheesy in some parts, you know. So it kind of keeps it does a really good job about keeping that aura of the original movies.
Rocky 5,
Yeah.
Race 2. I could go on. Go on. List them all. I got it.
But
Mhm.
yeah, it's just I mean it's like a super good show. It's progressive.
What about that?
It has but it's not like super woke. You know, like it has inclusion, but the inclusion is not the focus on
I
the show.
hate that word.
Yeah, it is. Well, most of the time when you hear that word,
In that tense.
that's the focus of the show. That's the focus of the movie.
I know.
Hey, look at what we got over here. There's just like here, we just have put out a good content, which also happens to have this stuff in it. And it's fine. It's great. It's good because the story's good, the writing's good, and just like with games, you can get away with a lot more if you put out good content, and they do.
I just want a normal.
It is normal. It's normal.
No,
It's
not
completely-
that. That's not. I'm sidetracking here. I'm trying to word this in a way that's not.
Racist.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with that.
Night supremacist.
It's definitely not anything to do with the. It's,
And it's,
I just want people to let developers or
well, people are already
creators in general do what they want to do with their content.
Right.
You don't have to watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
right.
Well,
Well,
let the
people
person
are
don't
having,
watch it.
some people are complaining about this show now because they're upset that it focuses on karate and there's no lead Asian characters because you know that if you're Asian, you have to have karate. You have to know karate because
Or it has,
That's
if
not
it has to
racist
do
at
with
all.
karate,
Yeah.
then there has to be an Asian.
yeah, because those two are obviously associated.
The only thing
with
that
each
throws
other.
me is the amount of punches and kicks these kids can take.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
Are they little fucking bullet punches?
kind of. Yeah, I mean, some of these fight sequences take on a long time. And the choreography is pretty decent. Yeah, these kids get their asses kicked and come out with it like a little bit of blood. Like if these kids got beat, like the way they would get beat, like their jaw would be dislocated and their arm would be. But it's pretty safe to watch, so I guess it keeps it safe for kids. But yeah, they take a lot of punishment. But the cool thing, but like they bring in the old characters,
Yeah.
and they don't just dump on the old characters to try to make these new characters. The focus is still a lot on the older characters, but it does a good job about bringing in these new characters and making you like them because it doesn't just try to replace. So like all these guys, we don't care about them anymore. We just want to focus on the new characters. There's a good balance between the older characters that we loved growing up loving and these new kids that are up and coming and learning this stuff. So yeah, it's yeah, but basically it's just made by people who are fans of the Karate Kid. That's cool, and that's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want from our Star Wars. That's what we want from our Ghostbusters. We want people who love those franchises to make these franchises. That's not trying to make a statement. That's not trying to have a platform. Something that just making good content for the sake of making good content. And some of these other franchises, I think, can learn a lot from this. Yeah, so if you haven't watched Cobra Kai and you were a fan of Karate Kid, or even if you haven't watched it, it's good to watch the movies and then because it's pretty cool because when they reference, like when they show parts like they're talking about in the movies, they show a flashback to the movie, so you know kind of what they're talking about. So if you haven't watched it in a long time, it does a good job of like, hey, this is what happened, and here's why it's affecting this right now. So yeah, it's just a really good show. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Season 3 is awesome. I really enjoyed it, and it has been approved for season 4. No, there's no word on when it's going to come out yet.
I'm still on season 0.
I watched most. I watched it when it was still on
episode 6 of the movie.
Oh, really?
Hurry
up. Through season 1.
How many episodes are there?
8.
Okay, I might be on.
Did you watch the Gunslinger episode?
Yes.
Okay, so
that's the one I just watched recently.
Okay, so I think you got 2.
Yeah, so that would have been 6.
Yeah.
Because I literally, that was the last one I watched.
Oh, really?
I'm yearning for more Gina.
That's the one that everybody liked the least about season 1. Now I thought it was pretty good.
I like Gina Carano.
I'm yearning for more Gina Carano.
I know, she's awesome.
It's just still weird though hearing her talk because her voice doesn't match her face.
Right.
It started as what happened to Johnny after the illegal kick that took away his karate career.
It was not illegal.
It's definitely illegal.
There's definitely a referee that watched the whole thing. It was totally cool with it.
No,
right there, looking right at it. But yeah, this is kind of based on what happened to him after that tournament, and then it kind of goes into, and that's what's cool is that it does a really good job of intertwining these characters. Like there are some, and the characters are human. They're just human. Like sometimes in Cobra Kai, Daniel LaRusso is kind of the douchebag. Sometimes Johnny Lawrence is the douchebag. And sometimes they're about to become friends, and then somebody says something, do something, and I don't know. It does a really good job of. No,
there's a whole 5-minute video on it.
That doesn't mean it's accurate.
It's definitely accurate.
I'm sure there's all kinds of 5-minute videos on all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Daniel is the real bully.
I'm sure there's a 5-minute video on why Luke Skywalker is the real villain and the Sith Lord of freaking Star Wars.
He was.
And there's one for Jar Jar. Jar Jar was actually a Sith Lord.
I've heard that. Daniel's the best bad guy in Karate Kid.
Not bad guy. Not the bad guy. Not in Karate Kid. Cobra Kai, sometimes. But Karate Kid, no. He's just defending himself. Now, in Karate Kid 3, he kind of starts becoming a little bit of the bad guy. It's kind of like the Spider-Man 3, where he starts becoming kind of a dick. And then, of course, by the end of it, he sees the error of his ways. He becomes a hero again.
This is from Screen Rant. Why Daniel's Karate Kid crane kick was illegal.
It's not illegal.
Busting crane was illegal.
Not illegal. A punch to the face is illegal. A kick to the face, not as much.
It's a kick.
Not illegal.
How is that not illegal?
Not illegal because it's not dangerous. Punch to the face.
Look how little they were.
I know. Honestly, Ralph Macchio has not gotten much bigger since then. He's still
the same size.
A little. Look how badass that is. That's something that that's supposed a hero would take. It's just such a good show. Like I love it. Like I am.
That face. That is the face of a Degum hero.
He's whistling at chicks because he's a jerk, and I don't know what he's doing up there.
Fucking Peckham. Dumb. I don't know why they're in there.
Mr. Miyagi is not going to train a bully. Creasy would train a bully, and that's who John Lawrence is, a bully. He can be a douchebag.
John Laurinaitis?
Johnny Lawrence.
They're all meshing together.
Yeah, that's all I got. I just watched season 3 this last week, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's a really good show. Now, I think that if somebody didn't grow up and watch it, I think it's still a good show. But if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and grew up watching these movies over and over like I did, the shows are amazing. Yeah. I'm not ashamed of it.
They should some clips from Happy Days? They should what? Some clips from Happy Days?
with Mr. Miyagi. He's in Happy Days.
They should show some clips from Happy Days.
Yeah.
Did he play Mr. Miyagi?
No, but no. See, that show, actually, they didn't really want to have Mr. Miyagi. They didn't really want to have Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi because of that show and because he was a comedian. And so they didn't really want him to have that show because he's a comedian, but he came in and he tested like perfectly. They're like, okay, you have it. And the cool thing, that picture that you pulled up of Danielson doing the cream kick, that referee is actually like a karate master. And he taught all three of them how to train in karate.
No
Not only
shit.
that, but he taught them separately. He taught Kreese, the other plays Kreese, and Johnny Lawrence separately from what he taught Pat Morita and Ralph Macchio. Because
Really?
they want to teach them different styles. Because their styles are extremely different. So he taught them.
That's
all
awesome.
separately
Like little
to
things.
teach them how to do that. So but yeah, that guy's like a legit bad. Hung out with like Chuck Norris, badass.
Who would win, him or Norris?
I don't know. Probably Norris.
Norris.
Who would win? Bruce Lee. Chuck Norris.
Bruce Lee wins.
Chuck Norris. I think Bruce Lee win.
I mean, he did win in that way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee won.
Yeah, they did I saw the interview with Chuck Norris like a little bit after that movie came out. Like, who would win between you? He's like, he's an actor. He's like, I'm a karate champion. Of course, I was like, no, he's not just an actor.
Who's that?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris is just an actor?
No, he said Chuck Norris is saying Bruce Lee is just an actor.
Yeah.
I'm the karate champion.
Well, I mean,
So of course I would win.
Chuck Norris is still alive.
That's true.
So who?
But
Really,
like
so who really? No. But
if you watch,
who really won?
if you watch people like that would hang out with Bruce Lee, it was kind of awful sometimes walking down the street because you have people challenge him constantly. Like you walk to the store and have 5 people come up and try to challenge him, and he's like, and if he was kind of in a good mood, he would toy with them a little bit and then beat him. And then if he wasn't, if he didn't want to deal with him, he just like walked over and just fucking wanted to punch him and fucking kick him down and like didn't bother with it.
So he was the ref
Yeah, he was the ref with the mustache.
at the end?
Yeah, in the cream kick scene. Yeah, that guy was apparently a badass, like a real life badass.
He's,
Was his trainer?
He's still alive.
Was his trainer?
yeah. He's still alive.
Probably a lot of most of them were pretty young when that movie came out. Except for Pat Morita, he was kind of an older guy.
They were born in 38. He's still,
Oh man, he's
still fairly old.
My grandma,
82. Your grandma's almost 90, isn't she?
84.
Monty's still kicking ass and taking names.
Dude, I went out to come over here.
Yeah.
Walked outside, she's chopping firewood. Not chopping with a saw. The freaking cylinder saw.
What are you doing? I'm cutting up wood. Fuck off.
Well, I'm cutting up.
It's hurting her, but
I love that woman.
like I was inside, like getting outside, I just walked outside, and I was like, I guess she's in the bathroom. And
My
walk
favorite-
outside, she's freaking.
My
firewood.
favorite thing about your grandma though is like I'll see her like once
Uh-huh.
every like 3 years, and she'll treat me like she just saw me yesterday.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this or if I showed you if you've been over there. So Nani's cabinet fell like 2 or 3 years ago. And I came over and put it back up. Was it last year?
Last year.
Well, I came over
Oh,
and
even
put it up.
last probably.
I came over and put it up. And while I was putting it up there, I was trying to like leverage it in there and squeeze it in. I was using my shoulder and the ceiling. And my shoulder went through the ceiling. So now I got this hole in their freaking ceiling. I'm just trying to put a cabinet back on the wall. I felt so bad. Don't say you can't tell.
We
You
put
can
Christmas
totally tell.
tree snow on it. Can't even hardly tell.
No.
It works.
We did.
That shit works.
And I felt like she's like, I'm just glad I got my cabinet back. I'm like, Nani, I'm so sorry.
It's the fact that like every time I see her like every 2 years, and then when I do, she just treats me like she just saw me the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like, I am so sorry, Nani. She's like, don't worry about it. And she tried to pay me, and I was like, I put a hole in your ceiling. Oh, what about it? I'm like, I'm not taking this. I put a hole in your ceiling, Nani. It's okay. It's okay. Sweetest lady in the world. Anybody else? You put a hole in their ceiling, they're coming at you.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got. Just a little bit of talk about some Cobra Kai. I'm so glad that show is doing. I love it when people do that. Like they just treat it with respect. That's all you got to do. Like you don't dump on the original IP. Like you respect it, and then you build off of it. You build off of it. It's exactly what they do. Matter of fact, I was watching. I was watching some other people talk about Cobra Kai, and I was talking Geeks and Gamers was talking about it.
Geeks and Gamers, the podcast.
Jeremy, and he actually says something that really makes sense. Is that they're fans of what the original IP is, and not what they want it to be.
Yes,
And that's all you need. That's all you gotta do. Just have respect for the original IP.
like Johnny Lawrence is the good guy.
No,
Yes,
no. Yes.
but you have to respect the fact that Daniel is a jackhole.
No. I know.
You already said yes. I got you, dog.
No.
Same team.
Okay, anything else?
I don't have anything else. I've been looking.
There's not a lot as far as gaming. Everything is kind of focused on PS5 and stuff and Xbox and the new console. There's not a lot of
President or some fucking
new games coming out yet.
I'm waiting for
getting some Doom costumes for Fall Guys, which is actually kind of cool.
I haven't played that game.
waiting for them to start developing stuff strictly for the new consoles.
Yeah.
I think they should go ahead and start that.
I mean, they're gonna kind of.
Yeah. Dude, I've been playing some freaking Red Dead again. That game is so
Hey,
good.
me too.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, we all
But
play
my
together.
game Kicked off.
Yeah.
Just remember, Drew. Hey, we did play together. Drew.
It's fun. And they got the new roles. The bounty hunter role is pretty badass. But there's a little bit of glitching in it. Rockstar always has their glitches.
He was such a butthead. Ollie dropped him like a bad habit after the first movie.
Ollie. Allie? No, she was in the other one. She was in the third one. She was in the third one.
In the third one?
Yeah.
Not the second one.
He was in Japan in the second one.
That's
She's not
too
in the
damn bad, isn't
second one.
it? She should have went with him.
Take your girlfriend to Japan because you might meet other chicks like he did.
Which makes him a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy.
That's a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy.
Bad guy. She was not in the third movie.
I think she was. Was she not in the third movie?
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
She was in the third movie.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Anyways, yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We're eFFn Gaming. I'm Cinemadrue.
I'm Jellyhewbie.
PsychoSid.
We did that wrong. We're eFFn Gaming.
It's late. I'm tired. It's hot in here.
And you should be too.